doing a lot of laminating and cutting. Hi guys, so this is another me at work at summer school. So on my break, we are now in our last week of summer school. I feel like pressure now because my whole goal has been to get in my classroom, work in my classroom earlier so that I'm ready to go. And so now it's like crunch time. So what I did today, I've been sitting here, I've been literally drawing and sketching out my entire room, like the walls, what's going on them, where, and desk, like everything. So I'll show you. It's really sloppy, but I'll show you guys. So my kids are at lunch, but this is my like really rough sketch. This I divided it in half because my room is a square room, so there's 4 walls, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my front plan. At the top I'll have my cursive letters, I'll have my little fridge bulletin board because my desk is over here, but then I'll also still make a little bulletin board over here. It says important. And then along the bottom, because this whole area is a big whiteboard, I'm gonna have an interactive word wall. They'll be on loops, hooks. Then I have sketched. You can see my smartboard. It takes up a good chunk of the whiteboard. I think I'm gonna have voice levels, and maybe, I don't know, some like classroom management things like table points. And then this bulletin board here, we'll have our schedule and our standards. My handwriting's really sloppy, so that's just the rough drawing of my first wall. It's the front of the classroom. And then this area, this looks crazy because there's blinds. It's literally a window going across the entire wall. So there's 2 like clothes hanger strings. What do you call those? Like clotheslines. Clotheslines. So I will have their writing work, I believe, there most of the time. And I think I want to do, if you give a 3rd grader a pencil at the top, I think that would be cute. Then down here I have cubbies. I'm in the part of my school where it's older, where there were cubbies. Some of them, like, you can have dividers going across, but I would like, it's always mostly used for the library, but I don't know if that's where I want to use this much of it or all of it. And then I think I want to use some of it for their backpacks, because I rather their backpacks away from their desk and chairs. It's just they're always on the floor, always in the way, or they're always in them. So I like their backpacks to be put up away somewhere. I don't know if that's how it's gonna go. And then the very back wall is another huge whiteboard, and there's a door. So I think I'm gonna have like the reading focus wall, the writing focus wall. Then there's a bulletin board. I want to do a little section where my writer's at, like where they are in their process of writing. There's a computer table there where there's like 3 computers, but a lot of the kids have laptops, so I'm thinking this is gonna be completely gone. I might be able to put some more like grammar posters at the bottom, but I know I'm gonna put a grammar posters up here, as well as a book challenge to follow along what we read together as a class. And then this is a door going into the other classroom. I think I want to title it Thriving in Third, and then just have our spelling and vocabulary for the week and just change it out, because I'm also thinking this is where my small group table will go. Not sure yet. I'll show you the other place it might be in a minute. And then this is a crazy wall, so stay with me. This wall, there's a huge cutout. It's kind of like what would you call an enclave, where there's cabinets in our sink back there. And it's a big space of like a table can go where they could work in groups on a center, or my push-in also comes in. So that's why it looks crazy. On this side of the wall though, I'm gonna have like the class jobs and economy, our big classroom mailbox. You guys will see I have to fix mine. And then I have a little trapezoid table where they can pick up their morning work, their homework, give me any notes that's where this is kind of like little morning center, because off you can't see, I didn't add it, but this is our front door entrance over here. So in this little enclave, there's a door here that goes into our closet. I'll use that outside of the door for science anchor charts, and then the top cabinets, I'll use them as the science word wall. Down at the bottom, I'll use it as a social studies word wall. And then this door, this is our class bathroom. This little door here will be our world maps and our social studies anchor charts. This wall over here, I'm kind of cutting it off because it's bigger than it is on paper, but this will be all about math. I'll have a bulletin board all about the steps to solve a problem, as well as the current like anchor chart. And then down here will be our multiplication challenge. The kids will keep track of, you know, the multiplication facts that they are mastering. Then at the top, there's like a little space at the top. I really want like a really nice like growth mindset quote. And I also want to get the influential people from elementary in the mitten, but it kind of doesn't go with the black and neon. So I'm going to see if there's a way to edit it or print it in a way that I will still have my colors, because I love them so much, but they don't go. Anyway, so that's a real rough. Did I go through all of them? Yeah, a real rough of all the 4 walls. But then on this back side is kind of like where their desks will go. So this looks really bad. These little squares at the point, I'm thinking of having a little like hutch like put together with the like, what do you call those, like plastic crates to put all their materials and their table materials. So I'm thinking of having 4 and having them angled so they're all forward, because the smart board will be up here. This is my desk here where my computer is. But then I have a question mark here. This is really sloppily drawn, but my small group table. But if you notice, I had it in the back of the room in front of the reading, but I was thinking that I also wouldn't mind if it was here, because it would also be convenient for me, because I did that one year and I really liked it. Or it's back there like I had it before. I also have the smart board up here. Then I thought about maybe having it in this back corner just to change it up, so then I could use more of this whiteboard space that's up here in the front of the room. So I don't know, but I don't know, like, because if I have all the desks facing this way, that's not going to make sense. So I would have to like turn it around. I don't know. So that's the layout, and that's the little enclave. That's the table that would be in the little area. And push-in, that's what we call our extra push-in that comes in during our reading. All right, so I hope that wasn't too boring. That was like what I'm thinking for my class. And then the very last thing, that wall where we have a humongous window, I just want to do a really nice growth mindset, because it's in an area where it gets lots of school traffic, my window. So I decided this year is the year that I'm going to make it a beautiful display. Well, I'm going to try. So I just saw this like growth mindset quote, and the squares represent like the window. In case no one told you today, hello, good morning. You belong here. You are doing great. I believe in you. And then down here, I know eventually I'm going to do an array city for multiplication. So I thought that would be nice to have along the bottom of our window. And then I want to have some class plants, because we're definitely going to do them in science. And I just want some of my own to have in the class. And then my very front door, the front door to get into our classroom, the outside, I want it to say they're both going to be covered in black, front and back, and then in neon, of course, it's going to say our class is better because you are in it. And then I have little dots, little circles, because it could be confetti with the student's name. And then on the inside, I'm going to have you are smart, you are brave, you are strong, you are kind, you are loved. And so they'll see that leaving the classroom, leaving to go to lunch, leaving to go to fine arts. I'm sorry, I said I don't know if I said it or not, but I emailed my principal to see when I can get in my room, and he is meeting with the head of our custodial staff to find out and let me know. I don't know if I ever, because I know I started to mention it, but I didn't actually say why I emailed him. I emailed him so I could know when I can come in, because our summer is extremely shortened this year because we started late. We ended the school year later, so they're kind of making up the time. They shortened our summer. So this is the last week of summer school. Then there is 1 week, and then teachers have to report. So there's 1 week that I want to get my room complete, and since I've been planning and preparing, I'm really confident that I can, but I just want to get in there. I want to get in there. Okay, now this is just to show you guys. I mean, even though I'm not in the classroom, I've been doing a lot of laminating and cutting, hours of cutting. So, shout outs to you, Office Depot. All of these labels that you see and these, they're all in the TPT store that I paid for. I will link it. You edit the labels to what you want, and they're all upside down. So I decided to take these labels and also use it for my jobs and all sorts of things. Shout out to a great laminator, the Scotch brand. I don't think I paid more than $20 for it. It has 3 different, I guess, thicknesses, and then it just heats up and you print. I have the box of laminating pouches that I use. Everyone and their mom uses them. They're from Amazon. The brand begins with an N. It's like 200 in a box for like $16, but I will have that linked below. So I interrupt the prep vlog to just tell any teachers, if you have never taught over the summer, one perk is all the supplies you get. So I'm here in my car. Summer school is officially over, and these are the different things that I got that I can use during the school year. So tons of pencils and crayons and just different miscellaneous supplies. These are all supplies that were given for summer school. It was only 4 weeks this year, so whatever you have, you get to take with you when summer school's over. Oh, put that down there. This, you know, Office Depot. Then I have a lot of whiteboards, some sentence strips, and then back here, just some goodies from the last day. So this is my DIY area. You saw these a little bit earlier. I'm gonna use them in my library, I think. You guys saw these in my last Target haul. I painted them. It's giving very much Miami Dolphins, and that's not what I'm going for. So these are just gonna be all black. And then I have these baskets that I want to spray paint black as well. But some of them I might not. I just might put them in my closet in my classroom to just use for like storage, and it won't be seen. So that's why I won't paint them. And then I have this chair. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna paint this black, and I'm gonna get a new cushion. We'll cover it. All right, let's get to work. So we are back. You can see I painted more of the chair. You saw when I took that off, but if you look closer, like it would have been nicer to like sand, but it looks good. It's looking good. You guys have seen those already. I redid the Lazy Susans because I did not like the colors because it was giving Miami Dolphins, which I like, but not for my classroom. So now I'm gonna do these. I'm thinking I'm gonna need another can of spray paint eventually, but I'm gonna see how much I can do. And then definitely got to get fabric for that old cushion.